To be honest, we didn't know if we'd make it this far. When we set out on this journey, we told ourselves, let's make it to Panama at least. We weren't really sure if we would have the funds to make it all the way to Argentina, and realistically, that's a big journey and a lot of money. But here we are, we made it to South American soil, and right away we could tell it was carrying a different energy from what we've gotten used to in Central America. Yes, it was very tropical along the coast, but as we traveled south, the landscape became more rugged in the shadow of the Andes range. We didn't know what we were getting into, but we were glad to have familiar faces with us to experience the novelty. Speaking of which, let's start from the beginning, in the vibrant city of Cartagena. But we gotta get there first.
It's the morning of the 16th, and we are getting on a plane in a few hours. It is currently 4:10 in the morning.
It is now 5 in the morning. We're at the airport. Went through security. Now we're walking to our gate. It's Josh's birthday. Happy birthday, Jesse.
Thank you.
This moment was pivotal in our journey. We were going past our expectations and continuing to follow our dream. There was no turning back, and we were headed for places that neither of us have ever been to. We were scared, excited, and optimistic for what South America had waiting for us. Cartagena was full of life. It was bursting with vibrant colors, exciting music, a thriving nightlife, and even a meat market that felt more like a labyrinth. After a week of exploring the city, we got notice that the ship with our container had arrived at the port, which meant we'd be reunited with our Land Cruiser soon. Okay, we have been in Cartagena for a weekish. Actually, I think it's a week today.
Tomorrow's a week.
Yeah. We've been here for a week, and the truck unfortunately got delayed by 1 day because today is a holiday.
Well, technically 3 days.
Yeah, because of the weekend as well. But so it's arrived at port. It's still in container though, and we have to do like 2 days worth of like a bunch of like documents, paperwork.
Police inspection, government inspection.
Yeah.
And then we can get the truck back.
Yeah. So hopefully by this Thursday we'll have the truck. Later in the week, we went to the port to pick up our vehicles. One of the rules of the port is that you have to wear long sleeves, pants, and closed-toed shoes, which is no good in the very hot, very humid Caribbean weather. So Josh and Scott had to sweat their butts off while they drove our cars out of the container. Since Josh drove into the container first over in Panama, Scott needed to pull their van Linda out first this time. After 2 weeks total, we were reunited with Paco and Linda, and it's safe to say that we were itching to hit the road and to escape this intense heat. The next day, we were back on the road heading for the mountains. Our next stop was at Los Esttoakis. This place, fun fact, happened to be the place that inspired Bruno's room in the movie Encanto. After exploring there, we quickly saw why. This is our first morning here at Los Esttoakis, and we're gonna go do the hike today. It's either 2 kilometers or 2 hours, we don't remember, but 2 something. So we're gonna go do that and just enjoy this area.
So, just walked up some rocks. Definitely forgot to wear deodorant for 148th day in a row. Smelling bad. Don't know the last time I washed this shirt. But living the dream. Wearing socks for the second time in 148 days. Living it up.
Hi.
Hi.
That's Grimes. We met her in Panama. That's her dad, Scott.
No.
That's it.
All right, keep walking. So far, it's been raining on both days that we've been on the road. And I feel like we are kind of coming into the rainy season here in Colombia, but hopefully it's not going to be rainy season the whole way down to Argentina. We're not totally sure actually how the rainy season works in other countries in this continent.
We're supposed to have missed rainy season, but we're not doing too hot so far.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of getting stuff done, hanging out in the rain. But the cold weather is very nice. We are not mad about that.
It's like 20 degrees in comparison to, I think it was almost 47
Yeah.
when you're in Panama City.
I'm wearing pants, and
I'm
I'm really
wearing pants
happy.
as well.
Josh's wearing pants too.
I have socks on.
Yep. It's really nice. I can wear my toque.
I'm wearing closed-toed shoes for the first time in 6 months. Not mad.
Yeah. And now I'm making some overnight oats, just kind of prepping for breakfast tomorrow, because tomorrow morning we are taking off and gonna be driving another hour to the next biggest town called Bucaramanga, and there's a few stops we want to do there, and then we're gonna keep driving forward, and we're going to, oh wait, no, that's the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna go camp by a river. Driving in Colombia was similar to Central America, but throw in some winding steep roads with mopeds darting around and the occasional hitchhiker to the mix.
Hi.
Hi. All right, we are at camp for the day. We're about an hour and a half from Bucaramanga, which is like the next big city on our path towards going south. And yeah, we're here. They got a really nice pool up top there. There's a pretty river with lots of birds. It's really nice and peaceful here. And we like it so far. It's been really good. The landscape continued to take our breath away each day. The mountains were getting steeper, the air cooler, and it was like nothing we had seen before. Just when we felt like we got used to the landscape around us, it would be completely different after a 3-hour drive. Over the next few weeks, our days were filled with exploring cute mountain towns, hiking some steep landscapes, and immersing ourselves in the culture, like riding a tuk-tuk. While visiting the backpacking town of Salento, we joined a coffee tour. The guide was so charismatic, and he got us a dress in the traditional clothing the coffee workers would wear. We got to pick our own coffee beans and see the whole process from fresh berry to brewed coffee.
So,
It smells really good.
and we are going to drink like tasting wine. Yeah.
In 600 meters, arrive at coordinates on the left.
Eventually, we made it to the infamous Kakora Valley. You know, the place with the towering palm trees. We hiked around the valley, feeling smaller and smaller the longer we spent among these old giants. This park also had some photo ops set up, so of course we got some cringe photos for the memories. Alright, it is June 8th, I think. We are in Kakora Valley, and it's like this big valley that has these giant palm trees. They're hundreds of years old, and it's really cool. So we're spending a night here, hiking around right now, checking it out. And then we're actually be parting ways tomorrow. Josh and I are heading towards the Tatakoa Desert, spend some time there, and make our way towards Ecuador. While Scott and Marie are going to be doing some hikes around this area and kind of taking a different route down to Ecuador. But we might meet up with them while we're in Ecuador because we want to go surfing with them. And yeah, we're going on a similar timeline, so we might be able to actually meet up with them again, which would be really awesome if we could.
brake fluid, you can top that up. And get to the check. It's down like a sliver, so.
Josh is doing his routine check before we go on the road.
48-point inspection every morning. Rain or shine. I was gonna put the cap on.
Yeah, we don't want to do that again.
Still there.
Transmission fluid?
Yep.
Still there.
Now there's gonna be somebody that comments that you have to check it when it's hot. I know. I do that when we get gas. I just get in the habit of checking everything every morning just to be sure.
We set on the road for the Tatakoa Desert. The back road leading to it included bat-filled caves, sketchy bridges, and many cows. The Tatakoa Desert was a magical place. It felt so vast and empty, like we had it all to ourselves. Set for camp for the night, and yes, we are watching a Disney movie on our iPad.
If you really want to, adult movie.
It's an adult movie. Yeah, this is a beautiful area. It's so quiet, so peaceful, and it's actually not too hot right now. It's kind of cooled down a little bit. It was very hot earlier when we were driving, but this whole little track that we're driving along, it's a loop, and it's called the Valley of Constellations, and it's very cool and a nice easy 4x4 track too. Like, you don't have to have 4x4 to drive it, but it helps, or high clearance at least. And tonight we're hoping that the sky is clear, because apparently this is one of the best places in all of South America to see the stars. The clouds didn't clear, but that's okay. Continuing on from the desert, we were reunited with Scott and Marie, and together we made our way toward Ecuador's border, where we would begin our time there exploring the Amazon. Thank you so much for watching this part of our journey. We have so much more to show you, but in the meantime, you can show us your support by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. This helps us keep the momentum going for sharing the rest of our story with you. Also, please enjoy this little blooper segment I like to call Moments from the Road. They're clips that didn't really have a place in the story, but are necessary for you to see more of our authentic side.
We'll have to do 2 codes.
You have to 2 codes?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, that's a good thing.
Get you a man that can do pedicures and also fix a transmission.
One for Josh.
Coffee time.
Okay, very good. One for Marie.
Yeah, you're good.
Dental hygiene.
Never stops.
We'll see you later, and be sure to tread well and travel far.